Okay.
Amy's in the lead.
Do
Amy's
we need to redo the roll call? Melissa, do we need to redo the roll call or not?
We should, just so we have it on the Zoom recording.
Okay. Chair Seth Hoffmeister is excused. Vice Chair Ned Dorf present. Alderman Mark Stoyer is excused. John Arndt.
Present.
Amy Cox is unexcused. Corey Mim.
Present, but Amy's here. Did you see her?
Amy
Oh,
is,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, she is here. Hi, Amy. Julia Nordyke,
Present.
Krista Keenan,
Present.
and Mark Walter is excused. Is that right?
yes.
All right. Then after, when you're ready, we'll move on to the approval of the agenda.
All right, go ahead.
All right, next order of business is the approval of the agenda, item C. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
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 Can you tell me who first and second?
I'll make the motion.
You have to make a motion, yeah.
I'm sorry, yeah, there's no motion. I kind of railroaded that one. John, were you making the motion?
I think Corey made the motion. I'll second.
Okay. All right, any discussion? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Okay, that item passes. Moving on to approval of the minutes from our April 19th, 2023 meeting. Is there a motion?
So approved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion on this item? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, approval of minutes has been passed. We are on to announcements. Is there any member who has an announcement to share? I will share that our last guest, Ms. Otto, was kind enough to do a survey. That's Maria who joined us in April to do a survey of park areas where we could potentially put pollinator habitat. So she did some of that work for the Healthy Habitats group, and that work has been completed and it's in the process of being shared with the public. If there are no other announcements, then we can move on to the next item. We are on item F, informational. And we are looking at work group updates. The first work group would be the climate resilience and adaptation work group. Is there anyone here to speak to that item?
Staff,
Melissa?
yes, staff does. So, and I don't have my notes in front of me, unfortunately, but a couple of things that I wanted to mention for this, relating to this topic of the work group is the city is we're very close to having our green stormwater infrastructure loan program ready. I brought some of the RAT cards with me tonight. They're pretty much ready to go. I thank Julia Nordyke for her input with this. She leads that work group. And we incorporated most of your recommendations, Julia, into that it's a promotional item that goes down on the first floor of City Hall with the other financing and loan programs that the city offers. So this is a residential program for people to put in rain gardens and stormwater planters, and larger ticket items like permeable driveways and sidewalks at their residence. So check that out. I can also email that out to the group after the meeting, just so you have a PDF of that. Trying to think, what else did I had some updates in the minute or in the agenda.
Can I ask a question regarding that program
Sure.
really quick? I was just wondering if you will be able to provide information to the public about like contractors or businesses that actually either sell you and or install like permeable pavers at your residence, because I definitely had a challenge finding those businesses before, so.
We don't have a such business list yet. We do for the stormwater planters, we have a good source for that. And then rain gardens, you know, there's area landscaping contractors that can do that sort of work. The plans would need to be approved, just like everything within this program, by DPW through our stormwater utility staff before a project commences. We're sort of in that situation as a city where, you know, we want all these programs to be, but not everything is like perfectly aligned. So, you know, we don't have all the contractors that are, you know, we don't have permeable driveways all over the city and sidewalks. That's what we're trying to create by providing programs and offering programs, is to have more interest, and then also be able to host educational workshops for contractors to learn more about this as well, so that they can use the loan program as a selling tool for homeowners. So we're hoping to create some momentum, Julia.
That sounds great.
I don't know if I had any other things in my packet. Staff is also working on an RFP for our East River flood mitigation and storage solutions. We have the grant money, so now we have to issue an RFP to make that happen. And so, Julia, I don't know who else besides you is in your work group, but that might be something you, if you'd like to review our RFP before, as you know, one of the reviewers, you're more than welcome to do that.
Sure, wherever we can help.
But who else is on your committee? The Climate Resilience Committee?
I think supposedly originally Walter was, but I mean, that's been a couple years now. So I think it's you and me, Melissa.
Yeah.
You just tell the chair, Julia, that committee person, that you want to be on that, and now it's recorded.
Yeah, who's saying that? I don't, it's really hard to see who's at the table.
Krista. You can't even-
Great, welcome. Woohoo! That sounds great.
So. Okay, that's all I have for updates regarding that work.
You're on the agenda, you did have one more item about the progress of the green stormwater infrastructure plan.
Oh, yes, so we are about a little more than halfway through on the citywide GSI plan for the city. It should be finalized by October. And we've had group check-ins with them, so it's like a big variety of staff that are involved with that plan with the consultants. So we're at the phase right now where they're giving us preliminary sites, project sites to look at within. Oh my goodness. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
It's saying I'm signed out of Zoom
No, we can hear you.
because you are currently signed in on another device. The Parks Committee is going on right now.
But they were supposed to be using a different account, and I had talked to Dan about that earlier. But it seems as though something's happening.
I just want to make sure we're still recording.
It says pause or stop.
It says recording on ours.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna keep going ahead then.
Yeah, I know they had planned, because there was one account to use a different one, and so my understanding was that you should have been able to use this and not be affected.
Okay. So anyway, let's move quickly, just in case we all get logged off. But what I wanted to say was the consultants provided at this point, like 5 or 6 different sites in the city for potential GSI projects. That's one component of their tasks that they're working on. So now as staff are reviewing those to see what the feasibility might be to pursue some of those projects. Some of them are on private businesses and quite a few are in public areas too. So it's going very well. Very excited to have a plan in place. And then I would say for next steps, once we have that plan as it's presented and reviewed by staff, it could go here to Sustainability Commission for review, and then also to make a recommendation to a standing committee to adopt it. That's the normal progression for a large plan like this. So just be aware that, you know, you'll have some input and some voice as it progresses. And
Melissa, may I ask you about that loan?
most of those meetings as part of the work group, I believe.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, okay.
Yeah, no, just really quick before you switch, Ned. Yeah, the consultant I has been, I don't know, just as I've been participating in the meetings, they're excellent. And they're excellent with communicating with all of the staff and elected officials. And Mark Stoyer, Alderman Stoyer, has been at those both like those workshop meetings also. So work group, whatever you're calling them, meetings also. So I think it's, I don't know, it's very I'm like very optimistic, or very, it's nice to hear, you know, green stormwater infrastructure being talked like in that context. And so I think they've been doing a good job. But that's just my perspective of someone on the sidelines.
Well, I mean, it was important that we have you as representing not just, you know, Sustainability Commission, but also a member of the public on that, you know, in those meetings as well, so. Okay, I think that was the end of my update, Ned.
Melissa, may I ask about the loan program? Is that the direction that the idea of the revolving loan fund for environmental projects, is that the direction that that's going, or is this a different loan program?
I'm confused.
That the proposal or the idea maybe a year or two ago about having a revolving loan fund?
Yeah, that is the one that I just talked about. This is a residential revolving loan fund.
It is, okay,
Yeah, it's just, yes,
excellent, thank you,
this one's funded through our stormwater utility. So it's not an ARPA project. This one should be able to live on.
okay, has that been seeded already with money?
Yeah, through the stormwater utility. Through our
Okay.
stormwater utility funds.
Wonderful, thank you.
It's already been approved by INS and city council.
Awesome.
Do you have any specific target areas for that, like
It's gonna-
neighborhoods or anything?
Well, I mean, there's a part of the work product from the overall citywide GSI plan will identify areas
Got it.
in the city that would be good candidates for GSI, but this loan program is open to anyone,
Okay,
any residential property in the city. You don't have to live in a flood prone area or in a neighborhood just upstream.
but you have identified ideal
Yes, yes.
neighborhoods.
So if we wanted to do targeted marketing.
Yeah.
We could do something like that. I mean, that's all like. You know, we haven't done that yet,
Right,
but that could be part of a work plan for a subsequent year. Especially if we don't see many people showing interest in it, we could think of ways to target it more that would help. Certain neighborhoods.
fantastic.
Mhm. I see.
Okay, my girl, Ned,
Sorry, I see Julia's hand is raised, thank you.
thanks, Ned.
Mhm.
Just one quick question, about an update I heard people are starting to receive their rain barrels, so I don't know if you want to give us just a quick rain barrel program update.
Sure, my favorite program. Yeah, the rain barrels delivery started yesterday, Tuesday. And, they're gonna be delivering this week and then next week and it should be done. And so we have 441 available rain barrels that were all registered for. We had even, I think, almost 275 people on the wait list.
Wow.
So more than, we could hand out. So. Yes. People are very excited. Been communicating a lot with people excited about their rain barrels.
Is that like our rain barrel, something that could be covered under that loan? Okay.
No, this loan is really, it's intended to do bigger projects. So the loan amount is $10,000. It's a 2% loan. You pay it off over 10 years, or you can pay it off early if you want. So, to do a loan for a $100 rain barrel it's a lot of administrative tasks.
Yes,
So,
for sure.
yeah.
I just thought that could maybe be a good follow-up for anyone on the wait list, like,
Right.
check out our.
Right,
wellness program.
right. Mhm.
Well, that's all wonderful news. Hopefully we'll get some rain soon to fill those up. Anything else from climate resilience? Otherwise, we can move on to the marketing and communications. Let's go to that one.
Okay.
I think that's Julia. Is that right? Are you marketing and communicate? No, I'm sorry. Who's the marketing and communications person?
It's me, Corey, but Julia is a member of the team, but I can speak on behalf of the group.
Thank you.
And so one of the first items, or the first item I was hoping to talk about is at the Broadway district has brought to Green Bay that Love at Amp experience. So several concerts throughout, or more than several, I forget the number of concerts throughout the summer that they're going to be putting on for the public. And they're offering table spaces, I guess, for lack of a better term, for nonprofits and folks to basically promote their organizations. And so we've got the Sustainability Commission, that would be a good place for our work group and or other members of the commission to promote the commission. And so we were given a couple of dates that one is June 25th and one is July 16th. That they're looking for us to be working at the booth. And shoot, I don't know if I have the times that day. In front of me at the moment.
I think it starts at 6:30. Or is it 4? I think it's 6:30 on Sundays. I could be wrong. I just looked at it the other day because I was just curious about it. What was the second date? I'm sorry, July what?
July 16th, I believe it was. No, yes, it's either June 25th or July 16th. So I thought it would be nice to at least get a couple people there to host the table. So really was just wondering if people are available. I'm sorry, I don't know.
It's 4 to 6:30.
No, I'm sorry, it's 4 to 6. Yeah, sorry. Okay.
Yeah, so, well, and it didn't even say specifically, I guess, when they emailed me back, but maybe the original form did, but yeah, probably around that time frame. Is when they would want us there. So I guess I don't know that people have to get back to me today, right now, as far as when you could commit, but if you could send me an email and let me know as soon as possible, if you're able to make either of those dates. And then that way I can just get back to them, letting them know which date we prefer.
So it's one or the other.
Yeah, one or the other. I don't think they were offering both. Oh, wait. Oh, never mind. It does say and, not or. So it looks like we could take both slots if we wanted.
And that was July 16th or June 25th.
Yes.
So this weekend or the 16th.
Oh, yes, that would be this weekend. Okay. Yes.
And would you need help setting up and stuff outside of the 4 to 6:30? Do you do like 3:30 to 7 or something?
Most likely. I could definitely get more details, and then Melissa, I don't know if you can send that out to everybody after, letting you know, and then maybe if. What's the best way to get the info back? Maybe just everybody individually email me if you're available, I think would be the best
I
way.
can send, if you send me something, I can blind copy a thing, otherwise.
Okay,
The communications are considered like quorum,
right,
okay?
okay,
So then if you're interested, you can directly just contact Cory them.
okay,
By
That works.
email is the best way to reach you.
probably, yeah. Okay, does anybody have any questions or anything else on that then?
Do you know what would be involved? Like, are we just kind of hanging out there? Do we need to be prepared for anything?
Yeah, no, I don't think they're like looking for us to be doing an activity or anything. We could maybe plan for that if that was something we wanted to do. We had talked about promoting pollinators and things like that, you know, for this month. That was kind of my next item coming up. So perhaps that could tie in for the June thing if we wanted to do something like that, but sort of what we had done at the last event, and I think moving forward is a good strategy, is where we present, we have something that shows like what our work groups are and like our past accomplishments. So it's kind of a talking point for people to let them know what we are currently doing and what we've accomplished so far. So I don't think there's gonna be a lot of work as far as preparing, unless we want to make it a little more complicated.
All right, sounds good. And the goal would be to get the word out about like our group, the Sustainability Commission, or
Yes.
Sustainability in Green Bay. Both.
Sustainability in Green Bay, the commission, and then our work groups and how we're trying to help promote that.
I might be able to do.
Okay, and I don't think I'm available, but actually I know I'm not available the 25th, so I'm hoping at least one or two people can cover it if they're able. If not, we could always do that other day, so I think I'm available then. Okay. So with that, then what did I say the second item was? Do you remember? It was
Pollinator?
pollinators, yes. So just looking on our social media account and things to kind of be having that be the focus of our what we're promoting, our work group kind of promotions and things, because partly because it ties in nicely with Elder Stoyer's, if you recall his his nice prose he put together with the monthly initiatives. And then it was like starting a pollinator garden. I think he had 2 of them actually for June, but we felt it was a good time of year to be promoting that sort of thing. So if anybody has anything related to that, feel free to forward it on to Julia, so that she can share, like if there are events coming up. I know there's pollinator weeks being talked about and things like that. So, you know, there's probably organizations doing events we can promote it on our Facebook page. Technically, it's the Friends page for the commission. So yeah, just wanted to make you aware of that. So any questions on that? All right. That was all I had.
Thank you, Corey. Clean Energy Work Group update. Is there anyone here to speak to that?
I can speak to that, and then John, if you have anything to add as well, because John's on that committee, feel free to chime in. The main thing I wanted to tell everyone is, so this plan is also due to the clean energy, the citywide clean energy plan. The official name is Clean Energy Green Bay. That was the name that was liked the most on the community survey that went out. So that's the name of the plan, Clean Energy Green Bay. And we had our last check-in May 25th. The planning project is on schedule and is due to be completed in October, about the same time as the citywide GSI plan. The meeting slides are attached in your packet if you'd like to look at those. We are having an open house for the public July 25th. And it's going to be at the Green Bay Water Utility in their new training center. Green Bay Water Utility is also one of the partners on this project for the citywide plan. And it's from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. We'll have short presentations at 4 p.m. and at 5:30 p.m. But other than that, it's going to be sort of an open house. We're going to have posters to show the results of the energy survey, the community feedback that we received on the energy survey, and then provide an overview of the planning process and the progress to date on the plan. And then we'll also be presenting draft recommendations for the community to see and to also provide feedback on those for the plan. So I really encourage everyone from the Sustainability Commission to make time to go to that open house, to show your support for the plan, because that is going to be crucial for adoption.
Can you say the date one time?
Sure, July 25th, 4 to 7 p.m. at the Green Bay Water Utility on Adams Street.
Melissa,
The
do you
plan-
know if any of the event is going to be recorded?
It will not be recorded, but we are going to have an online feedback form that will show some of the things that the public will be able to see on the poster boards, for example, like draft community recommendations for the clean energy plan. Those will be available. We're gonna make those available online, and then we'll have a feedback form.
What about the survey results?
The survey results, yeah, I mean, those are a lot in the slides, so I think those will be packaged up in a certain way, you know,
Okay.
for the community to see those results as well online. But it was just, with the forum, the way the forum's gonna go, it really, to have it be virtual at the same time this is all going on, we felt like it was better to hold an open house so people could just stop in for 20 minutes if they wanted to after work, or if they finish work early, or whenever it's during the week. So, but yes, there will be items online for people to view. But the main point of feedback was the survey. So it's not, you know, we're not gonna have this community forum and then just change everything. Because we've
Right.
we've had that business and residential survey done already. So, but if you can make the time to go, I really encourage you to do so. There'll be city staff there, industry experts, so people from the consulting firm that we've been working with, and then our partners from Green Bay Metro, Water Utility, and the city will be there as well. So that was it.
Thank you. Would you like members of the commission to share either the slideshow or the notes about the meeting?
All in the packet, the slides, but I don't feel like it's, you know, there's a lot of slides. I don't know if that's really, because there's no context behind it. That's not what's gonna be shown at the public forum, you know, what I attached in the agenda. It's gonna, it'll be presented differently.
Sure. Would you like us to spread the word about the event?
Oh, yeah, yep, it'll be on Facebook. I think it already has been on Facebook, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, it's gonna be advertised in Water Utility, Metro, and the city. We're all promoting it.
Is it on
Great.
like,
Oh, it's on LinkedIn. But once we have I should ask. It's good question.
Okay, that brings us to the end of our informational items. And we are to the end of our agenda, so we would entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Motion made by Julia,
Second?
seconded by John. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, with that, our meeting is adjourned. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thanks.